Welcome everybody to the Velocity Dirt Tour Super Late Model season finale here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina as we get ready to kick off a long race here for the season finale and battle for the points lead and battle throughout the whole standings for points. There is a lot of close battles and points. Taylor, what are you expecting tonight? Obviously a long feature. Interested to see what cars will show out.
Yeah, a lot of entrants tonight for the season finale. Usually you get a lot here at Charlotte, and it was a bloodbath trying to get into these A mains. I think we had two B mains just trying to get into the A mains, a huge accomplishment. But we got a special tonight of 75 laps. Usually you run around 50 laps, but it's going to be pretty adamant to get this tire wear for an extra. 75 laps is a long race. You're really going to have to worry about your tires here tonight.
Yeah, definitely managing those tires is going to be the #1 priority in this feature. 75 laps, if you burn them tires off too early, a lot like we saw in Lernerville, in the modifieds, we saw cars burn their tires off and just started to fall back and fall back and fall back. Same thing here, especially in these supers. Very interested to see what guys play a good strategy, what guys get too aggressive early and start to fall later. The other thing is 75 laps. Even though, you have two fast repairs, but still, 75 laps, things can move south for you really, really fast tonight. You have to play it safe, get through the early parts of this race, and just try to get it rolling.
As you can see, all the cars getting a little bit of warm up. We got 75 laps, a lot of cars out here tonight. I believe we're taking 24 tonight for a little bit of that special, and you can kind of see everybody running. Got the cars running everywhere, a little bit of top, get in that bottom field. 24 cars, you're going to be stuck in multiple lanes all through the night. You're going to have to, hit your marks to win this one tonight.
And no weak links at all. Over 35 check-ins for tonight, 24 to the show. Nothing but fast cars here tonight. Take a look. These cars warming up. Like to allow that for some guys that maybe transferred in from heat races, haven't touched the track in a while. Let them get a little bit of a feel for what that track's going to be like for feature as we take a look through our starting lineup for the season finale. A lot of really, really fast late model guys. You got Clifford Driscoll. He won the modified or is currently your modified points leader. And then you've got, guys like Heather Kent starting 4th. Another really fast car. Kenzer Tosh has been good. Showed a lot of speed in that heat race. I believe started 8th in his heat and ended up finishing 2nd. Very, very fast car in that number 11. Had one of his best tracks for sure. But, a stacked field. Anybody from this top 8 that you like?
Yeah, I'm seeing Foxworth up there, Jacob Marcellet's always fast. Just this whole list right here that made this top 12 invert. You got Joseph Grandy in the 518. He hasn't raced in a while. Ended up coming here for the championship night. We have Derek Darnell in the 86, a newcomer. So a little bit of mix of newcomers and old timers. So it'll be a great battle as we look for the second half of this field. For this 12, who are you seeing that could be a hidden gem to get to the front here tonight?
Oh man, I think you're looking at tire saving. I think the 21 does a really, really good job. And Taylor on, very interested to see what kind of tire game plan he'll play, as he's usually good on these long run style tracks.
Yeah, just looking at this list, it's just crazy talent out here too. We have a couple new folks here in Turner Nichols and Jordan McLean in the 5. We'll see how they do tonight. Colby Kessner in the 714, but I saw Buck sitting back there. He's very good. Had a couple UMP wins already this season. We'll see how he does in a super late model. That entire field, we have Jordan Endries, Lockdill, Keegan Sanders. They're always fast. So it'll be pretty cool to see how these cars get through the field. There's 20 of Brian Thomas right on screen. He always finds his way up to the front. But 75 laps. There's most likely going to be cautions here tonight, so it'd be, how can you avoid those cautions, save those tires, and, kind of almost defend in a way. There's a lot of slider lines here that you can do. It's how are you going to defend, stay up front, and keep these guys away.
Yeah, and like we were talking about a minute ago with the stacked field. You've got guys in this field, or that didn't make this race that are, top 10 cars usually, so interested to see if we can see some new names as the pace lights are off into 3 and barreling off of turn number 4. Green flag is underway. The season finale here at Charlotte is underway. to see the 18 get a good jump. Foxworth way up on the top there. Kinzer-Tosh moving up to second. Battle now is Foxworth trying to get there. You see Durbin and Kent side by side there, with Jones peeking to the outside.
A lot of cars staying towards that bottom right away. A couple stragglers up high, but most cars staying down low. Is Heather Kent a little bit off pace right there?
Yeah, slipped up a lot there. Got to be careful. You want to keep the car as straight as possible for that tire wear. You see almost 5 wide down the straightaway. As Contact as Junior is up into the wall there. Clifford Driscoll will shoot the gap through the middle. He'll make that pass. 3 wide battle there as Contact there with Heather Kent on the high line.
Tough start for the 64 Brian Kent, just falling back a little bit. See if he can recoup on this one.
Look at Jonathan Foxworth up top making passes, but you can throw a blanket over this top 4 for the race lead. It's now a 3 wide battle for second. Kinzer-Tosh trying to poke his nose in there.
Yeah, you wonder how much tires you're using up top. Looks like it's the fast line right now. People are picking them off. As you can see, Driscoll, Foxworth just picking cars off, but you can see these bottom cars kind of just staying there. You know, save that tire, running a lot less tracks. Well, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, and the thing that I'm interested, 75 laps, obviously we talked about in the past that we have that 5 wall tap rule. So, I mean, going up top, even though it's the fast line, you got to be careful not to be up there banging it, or it could result in a disqualification. As you see Clifford Driscoll, look at how good he's doing. He's already climbing to the front of the field here. Let's take a look to that midsection of the field. See a lot of guys, I mean, all types of different lines right now. You got high, middle, low. I mean, there's cars everywhere right now. You see Buck trying to carve his way through the field along with Brian Thomas, 2 cars we talked about known to go to the front. Both of those cars trying to carve their way forward, try to build some sort of run here to the front of the field. So you see some guys back there laying back, keeping the car straight, trying to save them tires and try to fire off in that long run. As you see Tosh in the 714 going at it here. Kinzer-Tosh starting to fall back a little bit, but Kinzer-Tosh really good as well with saving tires. Always one of those drivers that comes alive on the long run. So you see we have a battle for the race lead. As Braden Tuttle will challenge the outside, 3 wide battle for the race lead. He catches the wall, and he will clear Brandon Jones for the race lead. Jonathan Foxworth currently riding in P3. Matt Durbin trying to poke his nose in there. What do you see early here with Braden Tuttle out front?
Yeah, as what you called out before, you know, we have that 5 wall tap rule. I know right when he was going for the lead, kind of got right up into that wall. So you have to keep an eye on it as that berm up top goes closer to the wall. You're going to have to kind of stay off of it, but looks like we'll get our first Rocky Top caution of the night. Brian Thomas in the 20.
Yeah, and he was climbing through the field. You really hate to see that as there's big damage on that car. And, I mean, very interested to see what happened there. There's huge nose damage on that car. Not the start to the night he wanted that early in a 75-lap race. Looks like it's the contact, snagged the wall. Just not a good, not a fun ride there.
Contact with Martin there in the 40. Looks like just got right into the 20. Thomas nowhere to go and right into that wall. But night not over. We got 2 fast repairs tonight, so we'll be able to take that tail of the field. And you know, we're only on lap 12 out of 75. Ton of more racing to go. So you'll have to see. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see what he can do the rest of the race with, you know, a little, almost 60 laps, a little more over 60 laps, and starting in the rear of this one. But you're jumping into that 25th position, you know. Every spot, it looks like a battle here tonight. We'll see if he runs that high line, uses a little bit of tires just to gain a couple positions back.
Yep, gotta be smart here early. Got to save them fast repairs as much as possible. I mean, so much can change. And Charlotte is one of those tracks where you've got so many cars side by side that one wreck can turn into a pile up in the snap of a finger. So definitely one of those tracks that you want to have those fast repairs. As you see Dill up to 10th, started back in 22nd, already up to 10th.
Staggs up there too. They must have been following each other. I know he started in the tail of the field, so great to see them moving up some spots. Let's see how this plays out the rest of the field as we go back into Delaware start.
Yep, and Rocky Top Simrap teammates as well. Wonder if they're running a similar strategy. as we see getting ready to get the green flag. Pace lights are off once again. Braden Tuttle out front, controlling the race lead, looking... What a win this would be for him. I mean, he's had very good runs, but he's got a long way to go. And a ton of fast cars behind him. I mean, all these cars in this top 10 easily could win this race. As we get ready to go green here at Charlotte for the restart. Also interested for that, you know, the Delaware. Where does the second place car want to go? What line do they feel like is the best line? And I see Brandon Jones up top. So see, take a look through the field here. Some really fast cars back there in the back. Excuse me, that was Brandon Jones on the bottom. Thought I saw him on the top there. I feel like the bottom's better right now. I feel like stick on the bottom, save the tires, and then try to maybe, in that long run, go to the top as Tuttle gets out there getting ready to go green. And we are back underway at Charlotte. Lap number 12 of 75. Off into one. Braden Tuttle with a huge jump, pulling away from the field as Matt Durbin will challenge Braden Jones for that second place spot. Foxworth and Heather Kent side by side off of 4 for that fourth place spot. They'll make a little bit of contact as they drive off into 1 and 2. The 714 up there on the top trying to make it work. Clifford Driscoll tiptoeing on the bottom along with Kinzer Tosh. You see a side-by-side battle all throughout the field here. Foxworth trying to make that run on the bottom. Can he get up there and challenge this race lead? As now you see Heather Kent had that bad restart on the initial start, but is now knocking at the door. Slide job for the race lead will not, or excuse me, for second, will not clear it on Matt Durbin. You see the 29 of Foxworth trying to get to the inside of Brady Jones. 714 catches the fence there. A little bit of contact with Heather Kent, I believe. What do you see here?
I see Buck in the 92 trying to move his way up on that high side. You can see a couple of these cars saving tires at the bottom. That 66 of Jeffrey Hyatt, very fast, but hasn't moved up the racetrack at all yet.
Yeah, and I obviously still not even close to halfway, so definitely think saving tires is the move right now. As you see a lot of those cars that were just up front, Dill and Staggs, both of them already back to 15th. I believe there is some tire saving from them. Like I mentioned in pre-race was, you know, Taylor on the 21, I said that he would be one of those cars that would hang back. He's back there saving tires as well. A lot of strategy on a 75 lap race here. I think you're going to see some of these cars at the front not finish up there because they're driving so hard right now trying to make these spots. Just don't think that they're going to be able to keep them tires in good condition driving like this.
Yeah, with a lot of these 3-car battles, you're almost better just to give the spot away and just kind of fall in line and just kind of save those tires as we're 55 laps to go.
And no doubt about it. I think that, see, I mean, the whole top 5 is running the wall right now. So interested for how long they can hold it. As Braden Tuttle is completely out front.
Yeah, still staying on that high line though. You'd think maybe a little crossing down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Saving tire, a lot less track. It's a lot more track when you're running the top out there. As you can see, kind of these cars kind of, you know, around 3rd, 5th through 8th, they're just kind of just staying down low and just rolling around this track.
Yeah, and I point straight to Clifford Driscoll. I mean, he's running the bottom a lot here. But if you know Clifford Driscoll, you know he's going to get up on that wheel in those late laps to try to go storm for the win. As you see Brian Thomas, one of those ones involved in the wreck, he's up there on the top trying to go forward. You see a battle there between Taylor Ron and the 07. The 07 starting to get a run as he's starting to pick up several positions there. So you see Ryan, see those top 3 cars have separated from 4th and 5th there. So the top 3 running that top and pulling away, but can they keep those tires on it? Buck all the way up to 6th already. Is he burning those tires up? I mean, there's so much to question as far as strategy for a race like this. But what a race we've got here in the season finale, and what a way to end this super late model season in a very fun racetrack. I mean, a racy racetrack and a 75 lap show. I mean, great race.
As You can see Buck, a little early call out, kind of started that second half of the 12 pack as he's kind of making his way, getting a good feel for this track. And Joseph Grandy might be a name to watch out here in the 518. He's looking real smooth.
He's kind of running a switch-up line. Oh, it's contact.
there.
Looks like they saved it. Take a look here. Oh, and there is a yellow out. I wonder if it was off
Like
of that
the
contact.
518 parked right there.
As you see Buck letting off, maybe saying that was his fault, maybe taking that end of line penalty there. I don't know. We'll have to look back and see what happened. Is the 5 is below the pace? I do believe that's what happened. I think contact with Buck there turned him around. You see into the corner, Buck slides up, and just tags the left rear just a little bit, but it spins him around and will bring out the yellow. So now Buck gonna have to go to the tail and work his way all the way back through once again. That is not the position you want to be put in, because then all the aggressiveness, all the wear on your tire you used to get up there, and then maybe you had a game plan to get up there and then save. Now he's all the way in the back again, so tough break there for Buck.
Let's see if the 518 takes his spot back, or he ended up in the pits. Looks like he won't be retaining it, have to go to the rear in this one as well.
That's not how you want your night to go at all.
How about the
To the tail.
257 of Jordan Endries up there making his way, having a strong showing tonight?
Yep. Very, very fast, consistent car. I feel like always up there, always getting faster as the run goes along. You see, we look back through the fields, you still see the 79, 21, and 07 all grouped up with each other in the back, maybe still saving tires. I wonder when it'll be time to go for them. Mitch Webb in the back, maybe another one that's been saving tires. He's usually a very fast car.
Yeah, Brian Thomas sure took the approach of using that high line, getting those positions back. As I saw, he was in 15th position.
As pace car is all, or pace truck is off, we go into 3 for the green flag. A little bit of a gap there. I don't know what's happening there as we fire off. Braden Tuttle out front once again. Into 1. Heather Kent
Heather
on the bottom
Kent
line.
back up there. He's able to fight
Look at Driscoll.
back up.
Clifford Driscoll up top. Maybe Clifford Driscoll thinks it's time to go. See him starting to get aggressive. That 714 car behind them getting aggressive as well. A lot of cars going to the high line trying to make it work as Heather Kent still trying to ride that middle line. You see, he's getting a good run there through the middle. Is Driscoll going to look to run a crossover on him there? Will not, I don't think is going to clear that slide job and give that lap to Heather Kent.
See the 714 getting up into the wall, getting that burst of speed that we try to avoid. So have to keep an eye if he gets up to that 5 wall tap limit. So you can see a lot of these cars that are running up top getting right into that wall.
Yep, no doubt. As you see, that's twice there, I believe, for Junior. Gotta watch that number. Foxworth trying to make it work on the high line. I think all these cars on the high line, it's also sketched with a wall tap rule. When the track selects off and you're running the top, you gotta be careful not to drive in too hard and slide up into it. So I think that right now, I think this early in the race, I think you just have to play it safe. Run the middle, you can run the top, but just try to stay off that wall the best as possible. As we got a battle here, Driscoll challenging that 714 car for the 4th place position. Kinzer Tosh knocking on the door, currently in that 6th place position.
And
He's trying to get back into that top 5.
Very interesting, the strategy right on that last restart is Foxworth and Darnell getting into it right there. But just seeing that everybody moving up the track right after that restart, you saw everybody kind of running that low line prior to it, but everyone's seeing, it's 40 laps to go. It's time to put your foot on the gas and gain some positions and put yourself in a great spot towards the end of this one.
No doubt about it. It is definitely time to go here.
Joseph Grandy was in the back already up there.
Yep, you see the 21 storming up to the front as well. He's got a good run on that middle line. Car is definitely firing off. You can see the 21 starting to get aggressive, starting to get up on the wheel. Starting to use that grip.
Your current points leader, the 7-11 of Daniel George Jr. in 2nd place. We'll have to keep an eye on that one as they finish it out.
Is Taylor Ron looking to clinch the title and win the season opener, the inaugural Super Late Models Velocity Dirt Tour Championship for the late models. As contact, Brian Thomas goes around. Huge wreck. The 42 of Turner Nichols with a huge flip. A very hard crash there for him.
They just put it right in the middle, and there was just no gap right there.
Yeah, it looks like Thomas got turned around, or Grandy makes contact that causes nowhere for Thomas to go, and then a huge ride for the 42 there.
Almost seemed
Definitely
like the throttle stuck right there into the wall.
As Brian Thomas just cannot catch a break right now, as twice now he's been caught up in one. Only has one more fast repair. I don't think he's going to choose to use it, as that car does not look too damaged. The only thing is that Charlotte is a very big aero track. Very, very big aero track.
So the 92 must have been involved in another something, or just didn't pit after that first caution. Looked like a little bit of front end damage.
Potentially, and like I was saying, you know, nose damage of this track's huge. Spoiler damage, huge. I mean, you want as much downforce on the car as possible at this racetrack. So, very interested to see what guys will stay out with damages. Fortunately, that wreck did not collect too many cars. See Mitch Webb getting wave rounds there. Leave some technical difficulties for him. Missed the start. Unfortunate start to his night too, but we'll get on that lead lap. And now we'll look to storm forward and make a run for the win.
So only about 37 laps to go. Who do you see from this list as putting themselves in a great position to win this one tonight?
Oh man, I think that, I mean, Braden Tuttle's doing good. I just don't know if the tires are going to hold up. But I mean, as far as the top five, I think that Clifford Driscoll has done a great job of moving through the field. Also running a somewhat conservative line to try to save them tires. But you wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those cars riding around in the back that could storm up here and maybe steal this one as we get ready to go green once again. And then once again, another huge gap here. Looks like they're going to bunch them up a little bit this time, as Braden Tuttle will fire off out front as we are halfway home, sponsored by Tay-Tay's Tech Shed. See Braden Tuttle with another big jump. Matt Durbin in P2. Heather Kent in P3 is a battle for P4 with the 714 and the 63 there of Clifford Driscoll. Kendra Tosh knocking on the door, trying to stick his nose in it. Foxworth trying to get back up to the race lead as he was led a couple laps early. Side by side into three.
Keep an eye on that 66 of Hyatt shooting through the middle. I think he's been saving tires, and he's going to try to find his way to the front.
Yeah, he's been on the bottom a lot as the 714 and Kendra Tosh with some big contact there. Foxworth almost tags Hyatt. Some hard racing here, as I believe these guys are staying halfway and it's time to go. Time to get up on that wheel. Time to storm to the front. It's Kendra Tosh doing a great job here. Another great run for him. Always consistently fast, as he's currently riding out that fourth place spot, but he has got three hard charging cars right behind him, storming for that fourth place spot, as it's still the same top three: Braden Tuttle, Ryan Kent, and Matt Durbin there. It looks like Tuttle got the wall big time there. Three, and it looks like they are starting to catch him as he gets tight there in 1 and 2. Kendra Tosh looking to pull away from Jeffrey Hyatt. What do you see so far in this long run?
I think Tuttle's tires might have been gone, but he's trying to do that middle line now, see if he can serve to try to finish off this race, but this field is catching him.
No doubt about it. See what car, I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of these guys in the front start to go backwards here in the last 10 laps due to that tire wear. As you see Clifford Driscoll looking to the inside of the 714 as Heather Kent challenging the race lead. Excuse me, that's Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent to the inside of Braden Tuttle. Tuttle slides up, but also Ryan Kent gets really tight, tags the wall. Side-by-side battle now for second. We got Durbin, Hyatt, and Kent for that top three spot. Kendra Tosh trying to hold off Clifford Driscoll for that top 5 spot. Driscoll underneath him. You see Kendra doing a great job of keeping that car very straight through the middle of the turn. Look at the momentum is and that's gonna break. It looks like broke the right front fender. It's gonna affect the broke the whole nose off. That's gonna affect the handling and the speed of that car significantly, and you can see him already starting to go the wrong direction here. Going backwards as we
huge
got a car
contact.
into the wall, and a big pile up. That's collected several cars there. Brian Thomas, his third caution that he's been involved in, really just can't catch a break tonight. Foxworth and 714 make contact. I think it broke the 714 steering. The 15 almost got through. Brian Thomas flies in, makes contact. Keegan Sanders nowhere to go. Turner Nichols, another wreck that he's been involved in. As you see the 71 in the pit road looking to get it fixed. Jeffrey Hyatt will turn in. Or excuse me, that's Brandon Jones will turn in. 714 will turn in. 2 cars missing right front tires. Not a good look at all for them two. As Kenzer Tosh staying out with big nose damage. Does not want to give up that starting position. But man, you got to think that that's going to take away a lot of handling on that car.
Braden Tuttle still in the lead there. Still holding
Ryan
off.
Kent had a run for him.
25 laps. I think Jeffrey Hyatt's in the perfect position here. You never saw him at the beginning front half of that race, just kind of in that, 10th to 12th spot, just sitting there, and I think this is time to strike.
No doubt about it. I think if there's a time to go, it's right here. You've got some super fast cars up in the top, in that top 10, and you still have some of those guys in the back that have been saving. I don't know. I mean, you see Zach Staggs, those 7 of Dill. Those cars have been saving all race long. Wonder when they're finally going to say it's time to go. When will they try to fire off and try to make a run to the front?
And you saw Kent got in the inside of Tuttle, had a perfect opportunity to go for the lead, but, you got to think tires too. Maybe got a little too tight there and, wasn't able to get the pass. And, yeah, Hyatt's there, Driscoll's there. I think Tosh was one of the favorites too until he got that front end damage, but we'll have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that front end damage for Kenzer, I can't believe he's staying out with that much damage on the nose. I mean, not even having a nose at this track is going to be a very tough task for him. But as we get ready to fire off once again, it's Braden Tuttle, Ryan Kent, Jeffrey Hyatt, your top 3. Green flag, back underway. Braden Tuttle out front once again. Jeffrey Hyatt on the bottom, challenging for the race lead. Got a big run. Look at him. I think he's been saving tires. And that car is going to have a lot of drive as you see Ryan Kent trying to go up top. Tuttle slides, catches the wall. New race leader off of turn 4. Give it to Jeffrey Hyatt. Clifford Driscoll coming in out of nowhere looking for it. He's up to second. Ryan Kent got a little bit of contact, caught the wall. Still trying to make that high line work as Driscoll will park it on the nose of Braden Tuttle and will take control of the second place spot. So not the restart Braden Tuttle was looking for. And I think those tires are starting to fade as you see dropping positions left and right from first to fourth in just a handful of laps.
5-car 86 of Darno making their way up. Kenzer Tosh continuing to kind of fall back.
Foxworth up top. Another car that kind of started off strong, starting to fall back. Don't know, though, that he maybe has been saving tires as well. Does he have that long run speed that a lot of these guys are looking for here?
There's the 21 of Ron and 07 of Dill making their way up.
Maybe starting to charge. Yep. They've been saving all race long. Looks like both of them starting to charge forward. So look at the bumps into 1 and 2. You saw the 07 nose bouncing a lot. We are beating and banging back here. Jordan, that 257 Buck, trying so hard, got sent to the rear because of that incident caused. He's trying to drive his way back to the front, but he's got cars everywhere. There's big contact with the 257. Able to keep it straight, but we are 4 wide. Injuries will shoot the middle. Slides up. Kenzer Tosh trying to hold that as he got some more contact there. Buck nowhere to go. Multiple 4 wide battle into 3 and 4. They make contact. Injuries will back out of it. See Buck pushing Kenzer Tosh through the corner, trying to get him to go, and Buck will shoot the gap. Will get to the outside of Injuries. And a huge crash. The 07's in it. Looks like the 40 car's up and over. And just when the '07 started to charge forward, gets caught up as Tuttle gets turned around, collects the 21. A huge flip for Braden Tuttle. That's just half of this crash. You see Dill nowhere to go. Big damage on that car is, like I said, two of those cars trying to start. I mean, the '07 and the 21 started to push, started to move up through the field, and then just both of them caught up in a yellow, and I believe that both those cars might have to pit here. I know the '07 will definitely have to. Interested on which one, and if they can pit and still drive forward. Do they save their tires enough to go from the back to the front once again?
Tosh taking a pit.
Yep. Tosh finally pulling off pit road to get it fixed. The '07, no right front tire as well. He'll go on pit road.
A lot different starting lineup now in this one.
No doubt about it. Top 3 has changed a lot since that last restart. See Braden Tuttle looking as obviously now his race went from the lead to involved in a huge crash, so definitely not the night that he's wanted. But I mean, if you look back to this field, so many cars pitted. The '07, I mean, he started 22nd and made it to 9th once. Now can he do it again, sitting in 22nd once again, or excuse me, sitting in 20th? Can he make that drive up? Can the 21 of Taylor Rahn make that drive up? As you see Jeffrey Hyatt gonna bring us to the green. Clifford Driscoll and Ryan Kent knocking on the door. Into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. The green flag back underway. It is Jeffrey Hyatt that pulls away with a great start there. Ryan Kent gonna challenge the inside, looking for the slide job on the 5 car. That 5 car is gonna get the run off the top line there. Oh, contact with Foxworth, and Brandon Jones got him a little bit too. They keep it straight and keep it green. Look at Mitch Webb starting to work his way forward. I seen him moving up, trying to get aggressive and get up on the binders.
More 4 wide action here. As Jacob Marcellet started on that pole, kind of fell back, but maybe he's using that tire approach as he's kind of making that bottom work.
Matt Durbin trying to drive back to the front as he's been up there all day long. See the 21 of Taylor Rahn starting to work his way forward. As, contact, around goes Matt Durbin. Announcer's jinx right there. Just was talking good about him. I think the '07 barely scraped by to miss that one. As Matt Durbin around once again, just has not been his night. Drives off in the corner, clips the back end of the 97, gets turned around, and Mitch Webb caught in the '07 will get a little bit of contact. It's the 714 with a lot of damage on that left front.
I don't know if you saw at the rear of that one, guess who got involved in that one again? Just like every wreck, it's that 20 of Brian Thomas continuing to have a rough night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many fast repairs he has left. That's going to be a big topic.
I think he's just going into pit lane and just repairing as much as he can and jumping back out into the race laps. But tough night. Sometimes you're the magnet. Unfortunately, it's a season finale. So hopefully he can get back out there and get a couple more laps in this, and maybe he'll get lucky.
How about a car I just noticed looking through that field? Kenzer Tosh got that car fixed. He's already up to 14th as we speak. What a run as he's looking to drive back through this field and get back up there. As you take a look as well, Taylor Rahn up to 13th. Dill up to 15th. He's bounced back from 20th on that last restart. As off of turn number 4, Jeffrey Hyatt will bring us to the green flag. We are back underway. Clifford Driscoll on the high line in second, or the battle for second. Driscoll to the high line will make the run, get side by side with the 5 car. Off into turn number 3, the 5 looking to slide up. Clifford Driscoll, there's contact everywhere. Ryan Kent catches the wall there. Beating and banging.
Ooh, Jordan Andrews around.
And the 257 around. Nowhere to go for some cars there. So you see the 257, definitely some big damage on that car. Got into the back of the 97, got turned around, and what a close call. there for several cars. The 21 barely missed him. The 07 barely missed him. The 71 barely missed him. I mean, that was a very close call there for a lot of those drivers. You see Brian Thomas got that car fixed. He's going back out there. A little bit of spoiler damage, but he's going to try to give it another run.
Yeah, might have just been a little reactionary from Jordan Andrews in the 257. There was a lot going on in front of that field. 4 right action contact, and at 97 probably hit the brakes, and just a reaction from Jordan Andrews ended up turning him around there.
Well, and it's tough too. The track's so slick. You know, you turn in to try to stay off of the guy in front of you, and then especially if you jab the brake on top of that with how slick it is, just turn that car around immediately. No way to correct it or save it. And you see Ryan Kent knocking on the door, but he's got some fast cars behind him. Can he stay strong and hold on to that top 5? As he's been a very aggressive car. Wonder what the tire wear looks like on that car. As Foxworth, another car that is back up there looking to try to take back that lead. Taylor Ron knocking on the door around that top 10 spot. Keep an eye out for him as we go back. Green flag racing, as it is still Jeffrey Hyatt in control of the lead. Clifford Driscoll up top with a huge run off of turn number 2, off into 3. The 5 car back underneath him is Driscoll looking to run down your race leader, Jeffrey Hyatt. Ryan Kent and Jonathan Foxworth with a battle there. You see Darnell in the 97 with a battle. The 15 of Brandon Jones gives Ryan Kent the bump. He will look to clear him down the backstretch into 3. Slide job there on Ryan Kent for 5th. 10 laps to go. Kent will cross him over. Kent to the inside. Foxworth in the 86 with big contact as Kent will snag the wall. 3 wide battle back there with Foxworth in the 18 and the 64. Make it a 4-car battle as Kent in the wall again, struggling to get that car rotated right now. It's contact with the 21 and the 71. 21 of Taylor Ron. It is time to go. Getting up on the wheel, carving through for positions. Very scary moment there with Buck. Able to drive through it and save it. As you see, the 71 will catch the fence. There's contact. Foxworth and Darnell. Darnell goes around. He saves it, but that will bring out the caution.
I think that caution was pretty inevitable. I think they've been racing side by side all night, just beating and banging, and just only a couple, less than 10 to go. And fortunately, it looks like their nights, they might be going to the rear here tonight.
It looked like Foxworth and him had been going at it a lot in that race. Looks like Foxworth just kind of had enough. Made some contacts, spun him around on the straightaway, but I mean, it looked like a racing deal. I don't think anything malicious, but very interested to see with the yellow right here, just past the 10 to go. I mean, Jeffrey Hyatt with a hard charging Clifford Driscoll right behind him. Can he hold him off here? As we will go Delaware double for this restart.
Yeah, number 5 getting some good runs on that inside. So we'll see if he has anything for Hyatt.
I haven't seen him up there a lot. I think he's been another one of those cars saving them tires, trying to fire off. As you see a lot of really fast cars. Dill up to 13th from 20th on that last restart. Initial start for the race was 22nd. He's been a very hard charger here today as well. Kenzer Tosh sitting in 18th right now. Wonder if he's burning the tires off of that car as we get ready to go green off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Jeffrey Hyatt controls the race lead. You see a battle with the 5 and Driscoll once again. The 5 grip at the bottom will go for the slider line, but Driscoll too much momentum on that high line. Will get around him for 2nd into 3. Off of turn 4, give that lap to Driscoll for 2nd, I believe. Yes, he will get it. 3-car battle for the race lead. Those 3 are pulling away from the remainder of the field. Do you see the 714 and Foxworth side by side with the battle there? Taylor Ron and Daniel George Jr. with the battle there. As George Jr. in that 71 looking to the inside of Foxworth. 5 laps remaining. The 21 and Foxworth will make contact. The 29 darts to the inside. As we got one in the wall, that is Clifford Driscoll. Been so good all day. Looks like he might have hopped the cushion and broke the right front potentially there. What a heartbreak there for Clifford Driscoll. Gets up, gets high up on the track, and I believe he's going to slide up into the wall, I believe. Yep, and it's going to break that right front, loses the steering. And a heartbreak for Clifford Driscoll, as it looked like he could have been a car to come and steal that win from Jeffrey Hyatt. So not the ending that Clifford Driscoll had in mind, as you see the right front completely broken on that car. So now Jeffrey Hyatt lost one of his biggest competitors on that restart. How can he fire off here with 5 laps to go? So you see Dill up to 9th. What a run for that car. Keegan Sanders having a good run. Jordan Injuries all the way back up. He's moved up a lot. Good job for him after being caught up in that wreck. Zach Stagg's been saving tires all day. And look at Brian Thomas. I mean, obviously 20th is not where you want to be, but for the night he's had, I mean, you got to take what you can get. As we roll off of into turn 3, get ready to fire off of turn 4. Jeffrey Hyatt will Jeffrey Hyatt controls the race lead. The 5 car with a big run of momentum on the top. Brandon Jones looking to the inside. Another car I feel like that's been saving the tires for the right moment. On that bottom line, trying to get the momentum on the 5. Side-by-side battle for second. Give it to Brandon Jones on that lap. The 97. Look at Foxworth here. The 18 3-car battle there. There's a lot of check up there with Buck. Looks like Dill will shoot that gap. He's currently riding in 10th. He'll look to the middle as Buck climbing the fence. I believe Buck is broken and Thomas nowhere to go. And oh my. Another one for Brian Thomas. Just has not been his night. Nowhere to go. Broken front end. I don't believe has any fast repairs. I doubt he'll be able to get that car fixed before the end of this race. So that might be the end of the night there for the 20 of Brian Thomas. And do you think that is there anybody that can challenge Jeffrey Hyatt for this race win?
I'm thinking Hyatt's just a little too fast. It'd be interesting to see what Brandon Jones can do and the 5 car, but he's got some good lines, and it's going to be tough, especially in that Delaware restart form.
Yeah, no doubt about that. To time that without jumping it is so hard if you're one of those cars behind him. But what a consistent run has been for Foxworth. He's been a top 5 car all day long. You see Taylor, Ron, and Dill. We just talked about that earlier, that those two seem to be playing a similar strategy. Both of those cars right in front or right next to each other there, and both of those cars in the top 10. So the tire saving game has definitely been a factor. As off into 3, Jeffrey Hyatt off of 4, fires off. Good jump there from 2nd and 3rd. They're with him. 2 laps remaining. You're gonna see Jeffrey Hyatt running like a middle slider line there. The 5 car on the high line. Brandon Jones looking to the inside for 2nd. Battle here between the 18 and the 29 of Foxworth. Foxworth will slide up top. You see white flag brought to you by Lockville Sim Sports. It is currently Jeffrey Hyatt looking to bring home the season finale winner. As you see, the 5 car will dive to the inside. One more try at it. Off of 4. It'll be Jeffrey Hyatt winning the season finale for the super late models here at Charlotte. What a run. I mean, managed tires properly. Drove all the way up to the front to make the run, and once he got that lead, he never looked back.
A very strong race, and with that 5 car able to get that 2nd spot, it would have been interesting to see what Driscoll could have done at the end of that one, because it seemed like he was kind of catching up to him. But great all-around win for Jeffrey Hyatt. Played it perfectly, saved enough tires halfway through, and just dominant that second half.
See all these cars coming through, congratulating those guys on the win. What a race there. Take a look through that field. I mean, a lot of very, very, a lot of big storylines. I mean, there's a lot of cars that were, really, really, really fast that didn't finish good, and a lot of cars that played that time. I mean, as you take a look here through this field, I mean, Dill and Ron, the first 2 cars I point out, both of those cars played it properly. Foxworth with a 6th place finish. Great job for him. As you see, our top 3 in the point standings: Taylor Ron, Jonathan Foxworth, Daniel George Jr. So it will be Taylor Ron will be crowned your inaugural super late model champion for the Velocity Dirt Tour. What a way and what a season for him. I mean, very, very dominant season. And his first race, Knoxville, didn't make the feature. Got eliminated through a B-main. And then now look at him winning a championship here. See Zach Staggs, 18th there. Brian Thomas, tough break. Braden Tuttle, tough break. Was a very, very fast car all day long. Got caught up in some incidents and ended up going the wrong direction there. But what a race here at Charlotte. And what a season it's been with these super late models, as it'll be a pro late model season right after this one, kicking off Monday at Volusia Speedway Park down in Barberville, Florida. In those pro late models, I believe that is going to be a 50 lapper. It's going to be a very interesting race. We'll see what cars will be fast in that one and how that pro late model will change up, whichever's will be dominant. You see Taylor Ron crowned your 2026 super late model champion, going for a little bit of a burnout. Going for a backwards lap here to celebrate the championship. Consistency has been key for that car. It's been a top 10 car all year long. Every race he's been in that top 10. I mean, a very, very, very fast car week in and week out. You see doing that backwards pace lap. But this was your Velocity Dirt Tour Super Late Model season finale. We'll catch you on the next one.